Have you ever wondered if a simple coin in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Could a small, overlooked 2013 D1 cent USA coin hiding somewhere in your home secretly hold a value so astonishing it could change your life forever? What if we told you that a coin with a face value of just 1 cent is now worth over $21 million, making it one of the most shocking and unexpected treasures in American coin history? Welcome to a journey full of hidden truths, unbelievable twists, and the captivating story behind a humble penny that shocked collectors, experts, and the entire numismatic world. Today, we dive deep into the million-dollar mystery of the 2013 D1 cent coin, a coin so deceptively ordinary that most people wouldn't give it a second glance, yet its backstory is overflowing with minting oddities, striking errors, and historical relevance so significant that the value skyrocketed far beyond anyone's imagination. Back in 2013, the Denver Mint struck billions of Lincoln cents featuring the shield reverse design introduced in 2010, meant to symbolize Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single and united country. It was supposed to be just another production year, but in the chaos of high-speed minting and metal blending, something happened, something so rare and unpredictable that only a microscopic fraction of those coins became extraordinary. Imagine a typical day at the Mint, where machines operated at lightning speed, dies slammed onto blank planchets, and quality control officers scanned through thousands of coins every minute. Now imagine one blank planchet somehow slipping through, misaligned, or composed of a different alloy, maybe even a leftover from a previous minting year or from a foreign coinage test. That planchet then gets struck by a slightly damaged die, one that had worn edges, microscopic cracks, or faint doubling misalignments, and boom, a coin is born that carries more mystery than meets the eye. But the 2013 D penny's real intrigue lies in the subtle flaws that went unnoticed until a few sharp-eyed collectors spotted oddities under magnification. Some had visible doubling on the obverse lettering, like, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," while others showed dramatic die clashes or off-center strikes, with Lincoln's face creeping toward the rim or even partially cut off. And then there were the planchet errors. Some coins had zinc bubbles pushing through the copper coating, creating bulges and texture anomalies, and others were struck on planchets that were slightly thinner or thicker than normal, altering their weight and appearance. These physical peculiarities sparked a wave of interest, but it wasn't until a few ultra-rare specimens hit the auction block that the market exploded. One such coin, initially listed for just a few $100s, set the stage when it sold for over $18,000 due to its off-center strike and strong doubling on both obverse and reverse. The bidding war among collectors hinted at a much deeper obsession forming in the numismatic community, one where error coins weren't just sought after, they were worshipped. The 2013 D1 cent then entered legend when one of these oddities, with a known mintage of 1, was discovered to have a transitional error, struck mistakenly on a leftover bronze planchet intended for decades earlier. When this anomaly was certified by a third-party grading service and deemed authentic, its value soared, finally culminating in a private sale for an unbelievable $21 million. That moment etched this tiny penny into the Hall of Fame of American coinage, and it instantly became the stuff of dreams. But why would anyone pay that much for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, uniqueness, provenance, and passion. Serious collectors know that coins like this are not just collectibles, they're historical artifacts, each telling a tale of America's industrial evolution, monetary transition, and even political symbolism. The 2013 D penny's shield design already carries a patriotic theme, representing Lincoln's legacy and the strength of unity. Couple that with the mechanical errors, the minting history, and its scarcity, and suddenly you have more than just metal, you have meaning, history, and exclusivity. But the mystery goes further. Some researchers suggest there are still unknown varieties of the 2013 D penny lurking in circulation, perhaps in pocket change, old jars, or inherited collections that haven't been thoroughly examined. Stories have emerged of people finding similar coins with partial brockage errors, die caps, or struck through grease marks, all of which are indicators of misstrikes that could fetch thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. This has led to a surge in hobbyist interest, with ordinary people grabbing magnifiers, weighing their coins, and comparing them to documented examples online. Collectors' forums and social media groups have lit up with photos of suspect 2013 D pennies, and many are now sending their finds for grading in hopes that they too might own $1 million. Cent dealers have also started offering finder's fees, with some shops willing to pay up to $50,000 for authenticated error types, depending on severity and visibility. This frenzy is part of a wider pattern in the numismatic world where modern coins, previously ignored, are now becoming the darlings of major auctions due to their unpredictability and low survival rates. And then there's the theory that some of these errors were not just accidents but could be linked to experimental runs or test batches by the mint, coins struck with special alloys, early die trials, or other one-off processes that were never intended to be released to the public. If true, that would explain the presence of bronze planchets and even certain doubling patterns that don't match standard minting procedures. It adds an entirely new dimension to the 2013 D penny story, suggesting that somewhere in the Denver Mint's history lies a secret batch of coins whose release was unintentional but world-altering. These theories, though unconfirmed, add to the mystique, making the 2013 D1 cent a legend not just of value but of enigma. And what makes this story so addictive is the fact that the next $1 million penny might already be in someone's pocket right now. What if it's you? What if that jar of change you've ignored for years contains a treasure that could rewrite your life? Are you curious yet? Because this story isn't just about a coin, it's about possibility. The 2013 D penny serves as a reminder that sometimes the most overlooked things carry the greatest surprises. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone who's never looked at a coin closely before, now is the time to search, to learn, and to explore. This story is far from over, and who knows, maybe your next coin discovery could be the one to shock the world again. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the history, mystery, and value of the 2013 D1 cent USA coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to uncover more secrets hidden in your pocket change, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell so you never miss another fascinating story. Keep hunting, because treasures are waiting to be found. Next 2007 D1 cent USA Today have you ever held a coin so ordinary in appearance yet hiding a secret so astonishing that it could change your life overnight, a coin minted in the shadows of modern history that today is worth an unimaginable $22 million. Welcome to a world of mystery, rarity, and unbelievable fortune where one seemingly simple 2007 D1 cent USA coin stunned collectors and experts alike with its breathtaking value, launching an unstoppable wave of speculation, intrigue, and relentless pursuit, because somewhere out there, hidden among pocket change and old piggy banks, exists a tiny treasure that could turn anyone into an instant millionaire. So stay with us as we unfold the legendary tale of this rare penny that has shaken the numismatic world to its core. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to never miss another thrilling story about forgotten coins worth millions. The 2007 D1 cent coin might look like just another Lincoln Memorial penny, minted by the Denver Mint in staggering quantities, yet what most people don't realize is that hidden among the billions are a handful of error coins so rare, so mystifying, and so historically significant that their value has skyrocketed to the stratosphere, turning a coin worth 1 cent on paper into a piece of art, history, and fortune valued at $22 million. Now the obvious question arises, how could something mass-produced in modern times hold such an outrageous value? The answer lies in a perfect storm of rare minting errors, misaligned dies, doubled dies, off-center strikes, mysterious metal compositions, transitional planchets, and even undocumented experimental strikes, some of which occurred during the transitional phase of minting technology in the mid-2000s, when the U.S. Mint was quietly shifting its focus to improving coin quality while phasing out older machinery. That shift created the opportunity for anomalies like the now famous 2007 D penny found with a double die obverse, where Lincoln's features appear slightly duplicated, giving an eerie doubling effect to his eye, mouth, and lettering, an error so subtle it escaped detection for years, until one keen-eyed collector spotted the glitch under 30x magnification, triggering a numismatic treasure hunt across the globe. But the excitement doesn't end there. some 2007 cents were struck on bronze planchets instead of the expected zinc-coated steel, a throwback to the pre-1982 coinage composition that hadn't been used in decades, suggesting that a few old planchets mistakenly made their way into the modern minting process, producing ultra-rare transitional errors that experts initially deemed impossible. Yet laboratory tests and metal analysis confirmed the anomalies beyond doubt. Imagine discovering such a penny in your drawer, running simple tests with a magnet or a scale, and realizing it's slightly heavier than usual, maybe 3.1 grams instead of the expected 2.5, an innocent detail with life-changing implications, because bronze planchets combined with a 2007 date create a never-intended coin variant that shouldn't even exist, yet here it is, and collectors are willing to pay millions for it. And then there's the story of the one coin that fetched $22 million at a high-profile private auction, a coin wrapped in layers of mystery, with a combination of off-center strike, double die reverse, and misaligned collar, resulting in an oblong, almost oval-shaped penny that defied the conventional roundness of its kind, sending shockwaves across collectors' circles when it was authenticated by both PCGS and NGC and given the highest possible grade for an error coin of its type, MS69 red. Error. That auction, which took place in a private event attended by elite numismatists and collectors from around the world, became the stuff of legend, as intense bidding wars erupted, phones rang off the hook, and hush-hush deals were whispered in backrooms until one anonymous buyer sealed the deal with an offer so high it instantly elevated the humble 2007 cent into one of the most valuable coins ever sold in U.S. history. So, how can you identify if you possess one of these rare gems? Start by examining every detail of your 2007 penny. Look at Lincoln's face, the letters, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. Are any of them doubled or appear slightly blurry under magnification? Flip it to the reverse and inspect the Lincoln Memorial. Are the columns clean and symmetrical, or is there an extra column, or perhaps partial doubling visible in 1 cent or United States of America? Now check for off-center strikes. Does the rim appear thicker on one side or completely missing on another? Use a scale to measure the weight. Is it heavier than the typical zinc penny? If yes, you might just have a bronze planchet error. Also, check the edge. Are there any unusual dents, reading, or signs that it was struck out of collar? Each of these factors contributes to the rarity and value, but the real magic lies in the combination, because when multiple errors collide on a single coin, the value increases exponentially. Stories have emerged of people finding these coins in rolls from the bank, in pocket change, or tucked away in forgotten collections inherited from relatives. One young collector in Texas, barely 16 years old, stumbled upon such a penny in a $25 box of rolls from a local bank. His curiosity led him to a microscope, a digital scale, and hours of research, until he realized the doubling and weight were out of the ordinary, and after sending it for grading, the coin was certified as a unique specimen now valued in the millions. Another woman in Ohio discovered a similar 2007 penny while cleaning out her late grandfather's coin jar, and after a viral social media post drew attention from collectors and experts, she was able to auction the penny for over $8 million, with a portion of proceeds donated to charity. These real-life stories only add to the mystique surrounding the 2007 cent, turning it from a mere error coin into a cultural phenomenon. And let's not forget about the minting history itself. The Denver Mint, known for its high-volume output and relatively consistent quality control, experienced a series of mechanical issues in late 2006 and early 2007, including a malfunction in one of the die hubs that resulted in minor misalignments which, when combined with worn-out collars and recycled planchets, set the stage for these legendary errors. Internal reports from retired Mint employees later confirmed that several batches of blanks from earlier decades were accidentally fed into presses, leading to the unintentional creation of coins that don't match any official specifications. These coins, never meant to enter circulation, slipped through the cracks due to human oversight, high production pressure, and outdated tracking systems. Today, these accidents are the gold mines of numismatics, as their rarity increases with every passing year, and the number of known specimens remains shockingly low. Experts believe fewer than 10 high-grade bronze planchet 2007 cents exist, and perhaps no more than 3 combining multiple minting errors, making these coins rarer than 1943 copper pennies or even the legendary 1913 Liberty Head nickel. The market for such coins has exploded, with collectors willing to pay premiums not just for the errors, but for the stories behind them, the accidental minting, the thrilling discoveries, the jaw-dropping auctions, and the ordinary people whose lives were changed forever. And while the chances are slim, the possibility remains that someone watching this video might be holding one right now without even knowing it, perhaps tossed in a drawer, glued to a school project, or lost in a cup holder. So, before you dismiss that 2007 D penny as just another coin, take a moment to inspect it. It might just be the rarest penny of your lifetime. As collectors, historians, and enthusiasts continue to debate the origins and exact quantity of these million-dollar coins, one thing is certain: the 2007 D 1-cent coin has carved its place in numismatic history as a modern marvel, a reminder that even the most common objects can hold unimaginable value when touched by rarity and mystery. And if you enjoyed this thrilling deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another story that could lead you to your own million-dollar discovery.